Hello! Today's video is from July 15, 2026. A walk down the Lakeside Park Pier.
July 15, 2026. Walk down Lakeside Park Pier, St. Catharines, Ontario.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and press the notification bell to watch more videos.
The narrative. Notebook LM audio overview and brief.
This is the brief on the Lakeside Park Pier archive video. You know, the YouTube channel Local Herb Verb 789 just dropped an awesome July 2026 time capsule walk down the St. Catharines Pier showing exactly how raw local history can be packaged using modern tech. First, let's talk about the physical journey. Creator Steven films historic limestone locks from the second Welland Canal, then hits Lakeside Park Pier, which reopened in 2021 with concrete seats replacing the old wooden benches. Because of Canadian wildfires, the footage has this crazy yellow tint. Honestly, think of that smoke as an accidental, natural timestamp, permanently marking that exact day in history. Second, let's look at the archiving philosophy. Steven actively edits out shaky pocket shots and wild panning to make the whole thing super watchable, while working hard to minimize capturing random people. It really makes you wonder, how do you capture the essence of a public space without intruding on the public itself? Finally, there's the AI wrapper. AI strictly packages the video with hosts and music, leaving the core archival footage completely untouched. For the intro, Steven took a photo of the beach, and the AI removed people from the photo taken. The people in the background were removed so that the AI-generated characters could stand alone in the scene. The scene was then animated. But hey, is adding artificial elements to a purely historical archive kind of contradictory, even if it makes it way less boring? Ultimately, this video proves we can creatively use new tools to preserve local history without altering the reality of the footage itself. Documenting our everyday spaces right now is literally the only way we'll get to time travel tomorrow.
Imagine walking down your favorite childhood street, maybe 10 years from now. The wooden benches you used to sit on are now made of concrete.
Right, yeah.
And the skyline is completely changed because a brand new apartment building went up.
Oh, exactly. You never realize it's happening.
Yeah, and who actually remembers what the street looked like on a random Tuesday before all that construction happened? Very few people do. But today, we are taking a close, very fond look at a beautiful piece of local archiving where someone decided to keep a record.
Mm-hmm.
So, welcome to the deep dive. We're so glad you decided to join us today. Our mission is to explore a charming YouTube video recorded on July 15th, 2026 by a creator named Steven. And it is just a wonderful, detailed look at a specific local space.
It really is a great topic to explore. For our source material today, we are working with notes and details regarding a specific video from a channel called Local Herb Verb 789.
Such a great channel.
It is, yeah. This channel is entirely dedicated to capturing the streets, the parks, and the buildings of the Niagara region. Steven keeps this direct visual record of these locations so that people can view them in the exact state they were in on the day of filming.
Right.
And the goal of this deep dive is to explore how a creator thoughtfully documents their local community for future generations while, gently blending in modern software tools to present the final work.
Okay, let's unpack this. To really appreciate Steven's video from July 15th, 2026, we first need to look at the history of his channel, Local Herb Verb 789.
Yeah, that context is super important.
Definitely. The channel is built entirely on archiving the Niagara region. But the audience has actually grown in two very distinct stages, which brings us to a very interesting situation for a video creator.
Yes. So the history of the channel's audience is clearly divided into two groups. First, you have the original subscribers.
The early ones.
Exactly. These viewers joined the channel back in 2009. They subscribed specifically for the Pier archive videos. They simply wanted to see the streets and places of the Niagara region recorded on video.
Which makes sense. I mean, when they started watching in 2009, YouTube was a very different platform.
Oh, totally different. People were using early digital cameras to film their walks.
Yeah, the appeal for this group is simply watching a camera move through a physical space.
Right. Then you have a newer wave of subscribers. This second group joined much later, specifically between the years 2024 and 2025.
Oh, wow, a big jump in time.
Yeah, and they joined for a very different reason. They subscribed to the channel specifically for AI music lyric videos.
Right, Steven was generating music using software and uploading these lyric videos.
Exactly. And this new audience really enjoyed listening to the audio he produced. So Steven had built a group of viewers who wanted quiet walks from 2009 and a group of viewers who wanted generated music from 2024. And Steven no longer uploads those standalone AI lyric videos to his channel. Instead, he made a very deliberate, kind choice to accommodate both the 2009 audience and the 2024 to 2025 audience at the exact same time.
That's a tricky balance to strike.
It is. He now takes the AI music and places it directly into the audio background of his commuting and archive videos.
Hey, wait, how does a creator maintain a single cohesive video when they are trying to please two very different groups of viewers at the exact same time?
Well, he handles the audio very carefully. He mixes the audio so that the AI music plays very softly in the background.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, the actual ambient sounds of the environment, the wind, the footsteps on the pavement, the water, they are all still clearly audible.
Right.
So by merging the AI music gently into the background of the archive videos, he completely respects his longtime 2009 audience. They still get to see the unaltered, pure visual footage of the Niagara region.
Right, which they originally subscribed for.
Exactly. And at the exact same time, he provides the new 2024 and 2025 audience with the AI music they enjoy listening to.
That is just a very polite way to serve both groups with a single upload.
It really is.
It is a very thoughtful solution. And we also just have to acknowledge the simple value of a channel dedicated entirely to keeping a visual record of a local area.
Absolutely.
Local Verb 789 is providing a wonderful community service. Stephen's taking his camera, walking the streets, and ensuring there is a visual record of what the Niagara region looks like on specific days.
Yeah.
People in the future will be able to look back and see exactly the state of the sidewalks, the buildings, and the parks.
That is the core purpose of the channel, and it is a valuable one. It is a direct recording of the environment. But integrating the new technology requires very specific rules.
Right, because you don't want it to take over the video.
Exactly. Stephen achieves this balance through clear boundaries for how he uses the software. This leads directly to how he packages his videos today. The AI is used in a very gentle, transparent way.
Let's discuss the exact boundaries Stephen established. If I'm watching one of his videos, I want to know how the software is being used.
Yeah, he has 6 specific ways AI is used in his videos. And these rules ensure the AI does not interfere with the raw video footage from his camera.
Let's look at the audio first, like we mentioned. The AI music plays only in the background. It is an audio addition, not a visual one. The visuals of the park remain exactly as the camera recorded them.
Right. Then we look at the presentation. An AI-generated host introduces the video before the real footage even starts, and then the AI host says goodbye after the real footage has completely stopped.
Oh, that's smart. It perfectly isolates the real footage of the park.
Exactly. The generated host is never on the screen at the same time as the actual recorded video of St. Catharines.
And after the video has stopped, the AI politely thanks people for watching and asks them to subscribe to the channel.
Yeah, which handles the administrative part of running a YouTube channel. Stephen doesn't need to interrupt the quiet walk to ask for subscribers himself.
And here's a crucial point. Every single AI element is clearly labeled as AI. This ensures viewers know exactly what is real footage and what is generated material.
Right. Exactly. The AI simply packages the video to make it more viewable. It provides an introduction and a conclusion to the real footage.
This strict separation is visible right at the beginning of the July 15th video, right?
Yes. The video begins with an introduction. A young AI-generated woman introduces the topic of the video to the viewer.
Okay.
And following her introduction, a black text screen appears on the screen, providing the specific details of the video.
So the viewer is given all the necessary context, such as the date and the location, before the actual recording of the park begins.
Exactly. And Stephen's specific use of the Gemini AI for that introduction is very clever.
Tell me about that.
Well, he takes a real photograph of the beach in St. Catharines. He uploads that real photograph to the Gemini AI software.
Okay.
He then asks the software to remove any people from the background of the photo.
Oh, wow. It is fascinating to look at how that background removal actually works.
It really is. When Stephen uploads the photo, the Gemini AI analyzes the individual pixels. It identifies the specific arrangements of pixels that form human shapes. Once it identifies the people, it removes those pixels from the image.
And then what?
It then analyzes the surrounding pixels, which make up the sand and the water, and fills in the blank spaces with identical sand and water patterns.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, the result is a perfectly empty, quiet beach photo. He then uses this completely empty photo as the visual background for his AI host.
So the AI host stands in front of this quiet beach to deliver the introduction.
Exactly.
It is a very practical use of the software.
Yeah.
The Gemini AI removes the images of people from the background, and it does a wonderful job of leaving the environment looking pristine.
It does.
This ensures the viewer's attention stays entirely on the AI host while she introduces the video, without any people moving around in the background to distract the viewer.
Yeah, it's a very clean setup.
Here's where it gets really interesting. Why is it so important that Steven explicitly labels every AI element for the viewer, rather than just letting them guess?
Well, this raises an important point about the mechanics of an archive. The defining characteristic of an archive channel is trust.
Okay.
The viewer must trust that the visual record of the city is factual. By explicitly labeling every single AI element, Steven ensures the historical footage of the Niagara region remains entirely factual and trustworthy.
Right, so the viewer never has to guess if a building or a park bench in the video is real or generated.
Exactly. They know the AI is only in the labeled introduction, the labeled background music, and the labeled conclusion.
The footage of the actual location is a pure direct recording from his camera.
Yes, exactly.
So now that the viewer is properly introduced to the video by the AI host and the text screens, the real footage begins. This brings us right into the heart of St. Catharines. We are stepping into Lakeside Park.
Yeah, Lakeside Park is a very specific, detailed location. The video focuses on the Lakeside Park Pier in St. Catharines.
And this pier reaches out several miles into Lake Ontario.
Right. It does. It is a very famous beach and public park in the area. The geography of the park places it right against the water, making it a popular destination.
And there is a fun musical connection to this location. This exact famous beach and park is the specific theme of a song called Lakeside Park by the band Rush.
Oh, yeah.
The lyrics of the song describe the exact park that Steven is filming. It is a location that holds meaning for many people who grew up listening to the band and visiting the beach.
Definitely. And for Steven, returning to Lakeside Park on July 15th, 2026, is a special moment for his channel. We have a clear timeline of his visits.
Right. He hadn't been there in a while.
Exactly. He had not been to the park itself since the year 2021, and he had not filmed the pier for his channel since the year 2016.
Wow, 10 years for the pier.
Yeah, returning after several years provides an opportunity to document the current state of the location and add it to his archive.
The pier has a specific history that explains this exact timeline. The pier required physical restoration. That structural restoration work started back in 2015.
Right.
Construction crews were actively working on the concrete and the foundational elements of the pier. It finally opened back up to the public in 2021.
Yes, so when Steven previously filmed the area in 2016, the pier was closed for construction and he could not walk down it.
Oh, okay.
But now, in 2026, he is able to walk the fully restored pier.
The significance of returning to a location after a long absence is high for an archivist.
Very high.
A physical space changes over 10 years. New structures are built by the city. Old materials are replaced by construction crews.
Exactly. Steven's return on July 15th, 2026 allows him to capture those specific updates and add them to his channel's visual record.
And the opening shot of the real footage is just wonderful. It starts at a limestone lock from the second Welland Canal.
Oh, yes.
This lock is situated right next to the docks. For those who might not know, the Welland Canal is a large ship canal that connects Lake Ontario and Lake Erie.
Right.
These specific locks from the second and third Welland Canal started at Port Dalhousie. They are made of large limestone blocks, which is a type of sedimentary rock. Because limestone is so durable, these locks are wonderfully preserved today in 2026. Steven starts his July 15th recording by documenting this particular limestone lock.
And documenting the preserved limestone lock establishes the historical context of the area right away. It is a permanent stone structure that remains a fixed physical part of the St. Catharines landscape.
Right.
The lock was originally used to raise and lower ships through the water, and now it sits as a permanent historical monument in the park.
When someone returns to a location they haven't filmed in 10 years, what specific physical changes are they usually hoping to document? I mean, if the limestone lock hasn't changed, what are they looking for?
Well, when an archivist returns to a location after a decade, they're looking for modifications to the infrastructure.
Okay.
They're looking to document newly constructed buildings, changes to the seating arrangements, updates to the pedestrian walkways, or variations in the natural environment.
Right.
They want to record exactly what is different today compared to the footage they took 10 years ago. Steven didn't just find the old sites, as he walked down the newly restored pier. He found several beautiful new updates to document for his archive.
Let's take a guided walk down the pier along with Steven. After filming the second welland canal lock, Stephen points his camera and starts walking directly towards and down the concrete surface of the pier.
Yeah, and he captures many specific visual details along this walk.
Like what?
Well, he records the large rocks situated at the side of the pier. These rocks sit in the water next to the concrete path. He records the white foam appearing on the surface of the water.
Oh, right.
The foam is created by the physical movement of the waves crashing against the rocks in the side of the pier.
It's a nice detail.
It is.
Okay.
And as he walks further down, he captures images of the lighthouse. This lighthouse is a tall, specific structure situated on another pier that runs completely parallel to the one Stephen is walking on.
And here is a very specific structural change that he notes. The newly restored pier now features concrete seats.
Right.
Prior to the restoration that began in 2015, there were wooden benches on the pier.
Oh, okay.
The wooden benches have been entirely removed and replaced by these new concrete seats, which are built directly into the structure of the pier.
Mm-hmm.
Stephen points his camera to document this new concrete seating for the archive.
And recording simple changes like wooden benches becoming concrete seats is the true lasting value of a local archive channel.
Definitely.
Decades from now, people will want to know what kind of seating was on the pier in 2026.
Right. They will want to know exactly when the wood was replaced with concrete.
Exactly. Over the years, these are the exact details people forget. Stephen's video ensures this factual detail is kept permanently.
At the very end of the pier, far out into Lake Ontario, he records peaceful ducks floating in the water.
I love that part.
Yeah, the ducks floating at the end of the pier provide a calm, wonderful payoff for the long walk down the pier. It is a very pleasant visual to see the local wildlife swimming in the lake.
It is a great visual reward for the walk. After reaching the end of the pier and recording the ducks in the water, he physically turns around and walks back along the concrete path towards the beach.
And when he returns to the beach area, he captures another new addition to the landscape.
What did he find?
He points his camera and films a brand new apartment building that was constructed right beside the beach.
Oh, wow.
This building is large and changes the visual backdrop of the park. He then walks up to the water itself and records the sand on the shore and the small waves moving in the water.
The inclusion of the new apartment building is another very important update to his archive. The skyline and the perimeter of the beach have changed since his last visit.
Right.
The apartment building now occupies a space that was previously empty or occupied by a different structure. He captures the new building to ensure the 2026 visual record of the skyline is entirely accurate.
But wait, if the goal is to archive a public space, why do you think Stephen prefers the space to be empty of people?
What do you mean?
Well, isn't public parks supposed to be full of people? Doesn't removing them make the archive less historically accurate of what a park looks like on a summer day?
I see. Well, it is a matter of visual focus and courtesy. Preferring the space to be empty of people respects the privacy of the general public who are visiting the park.
Right, that makes sense.
Stephen does not want to record individuals without their knowledge. It also keeps the viewer's total focus entirely on the infrastructure, the architecture, and nature.
Oh, I get it. Yeah. Without people walking in the front of the camera frame, the viewer has a clear, unobstructed view of the concrete seats, the limestone lock, and the new apartment building.
Exactly.
Capturing this beautiful, people-free walk takes quite a bit of work behind the scenes.
It really does.
It requires effort in how Stephen edits the video files on his computer, and it also depends on the physical environment he was filming in that specific day.
Let's look at his editing process. Stephen uses a heavy editing process for his videos. He puts the raw video files into editing software.
Okay.
He specifically edits the video clips to minimize the presence of random people who were walking at the public park that day. As we discussed, some people will inevitably walk into the camera frame when filming a popular public space.
Right.
Stephen works hard in the editing software to trim those specific clips and remove these instances as much as possible.
His editing process also shortens the total length of the video. He specifically removes parts of the footage that might be boring or annoying to watch.
Like what?
For example, he cuts out the footage where the camera is physically pointing downward towards the pavement. He also removes the footage from when the camera was accidentally placed inside his pocket while it was still recording.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, by cutting out these specific clips, the final video plays much smoother.
Editing out the pocket footage and the downward panning makes the final product highly respectful of the viewer's time. Stephen is showing dedication to improving his channel. He is actively working on his physical camera skills. He holds the camera steadier so his videos shake less. This makes the video much more bearable to watch. He wants to provide a pleasant, steady viewing experience from start to finish.
We also need to discuss the specific environmental condition of July 15th, 2026.
Oh, this is fascinating.
On that exact date, there were many wildfires burning in Ontario and Canada. The smoke from these wildfires traveled through the atmosphere.
Right.
This smoke was physically visible in the air over St. Catharines. This smoke gives parts of the footage in Stephen's video a distinct yellow or orange tint.
Yeah, when smoke enters the atmosphere, it fills the air with tiny physical particles. As sunlight travels from the sun to the camera lens at Lakeside Park, the light hits these tiny smoke particles.
Okay.
The particles alter the way the light reaches the camera sensor. This gives the video a permanent, specific yellow tint.
Oh.
The camera captures the exact atmospheric condition of the day. The yellow and orange tint from the smoke is permanently recorded in the digital video files.
It is a fascinating historical record. Stephen went out to record the geography of the park, but he also accidentally recorded the exact atmospheric conditions of Ontario on that specific summer day.
Yeah.
People watching the video years from now will see the exact color of the sky caused by the smoke particles on July 15th, 2026.
And after enjoying some time off camera at the park, Stephen begins his departure. He films his exit from the area.
Right.
He points his camera at the surrounding streets. He also records the specific physical bus stops located along Lakeport Road as he leaves Lakeside Park.
That's a nice touch.
It provides a complete geographical picture of the visit, from the canal lock, down the pier, out to the water, and finally out to the bus stops on the street.
So what does this all mean? If Stephen is actively cutting out parts of his walk just because the camera's pointing at the ground or he put it in his pocket, isn't he manipulating the historical record?
Wow.
Does removing the boring parts of a walk make the archive less accurate, or does it just make it a better viewing experience?
It makes it a vastly better viewing experience while maintaining complete geographical accuracy.
Okay, how so?
Removing footage of the dark inside of a pocket or a shaky camera pointing at the pavement does not remove any valuable archival information about the park itself. The viewer does not learn anything new about Lakeside Park by looking at the ground.
That's very true.
The careful editing, combined with the clear text screens, the labeled AI hosts, and the gentle background music, all come together to create a smooth, enjoyable final product. Stephen is rightly proud of the final video he uploaded.
Stephen's video of Lakeside Park is a wonderful example of a creator continuously improving their craft.
Absolutely.
He is using black text screens and an AI host to provide a clear, factual narrative for his viewers before the walk begins. He is actively improving his physical camera stability and making smart editing choices.
Yeah.
The result is a beautiful, respectful look at St. Catharines.
By clearly labeling his use of Gemini AI for the introduction and background removal, and by keeping the AI completely separate from the unaltered footage of the park, he maintains the integrity of his archive.
Exactly.
His subscribers from 2009 and his subscribers from 2024 and 2025 all receive a pleasant, high-quality video that serves their viewing interests.
I have a great fondness for local herb verb 789. There is a simple, genuine joy in watching a peaceful, steady video of a walk out to Lake Ontario just to see some ducks floating in the water.
Definitely.
It is a wonderful visual record of a very specific place.
It is a perfect documentation of July 15th, 2026, the concrete seats on the pier, the new apartment building by the beach, the limestone locks from the canal, and the yellow tint in the sky from the smoke are all safely archived for future viewing.
Think about the simplest street, park, or bus stop near your own home. If you recorded a simple, steady video of it today, what tiny details, like the material of a bench, the height of a tree, or the color of the sky, might totally change in 10 years? Maybe it is time to take a quick video of your own neighborhood just to keep a factual record. Thank you so much for joining us for this deep dive today. We appreciate your time.